Right, it's that time again, 3 o'clock, so let's go and see where Nana is. Should be somewhere. Not too sure where. Not there. Oh, in the conservatory.
It's an orangery. It's never seen a conservatory. Do you know you could wreck anything, you?
It's a conservatory.
It's an orangery. You could see the black side of a new shilling piece, you. Good afternoon and welcome to Stepford. Just watering the geraniums. Hello, everybody. So, we're doing a savoury today, which is different. So, is there anybody there yet to say hello to?
There's people watching, yeah.
Not? Has anybody said hello yet?
No.
No? Okay, well, just let me know when they do. So, we'll go through to the kitchen. And stop shaking your head at me, David. I want to know when people are there.
I'll tell you when people are there.
Right. So, we're going to make this week a...
James Peacock.
James Peacock.
Hello, he said.
Oh, right. Hello, James.
Joanne Wigg, hello.
Hello, Joanne. Hello, my darling.
Raymond, Thomas, Jamie, Aidan, all saying hello.
Hello. We're going to make a goat's cheese and shallot tart. And I'm going to teach you a cheats way. This recipe is... Don't put it up if I fasten the apron properly. This recipe is my own. I've not took this from a recipe book or a magazine or a television thing or anything. There's thousands of recipes for this floating about, and I think they're all so complicated, but this one, if you come in on it, Dave does it, this is what we're going to make. This is obviously cold. I made one previous, because obviously at the oven times I've got to show you one that's made. This is the simplest way to make it. It's tried and tested. I've made this for nearly 20 years, this exact recipe, and I suppose it's very much like a quiche. But it's not a quiche, because a quiche, you'll see what I mean. It's so easy. The real one, when you start to see magazine pieces or on television, they show you how to make it. You've got to start cooking the shallots and rendering them down. All this, carry on to sweeten them off, and it just takes forever and a day. So I'm going to show you a quick way to do it.
Dan's watching from Zante.
Oh, hello, Dan. Hello, my darling. Zante hasn't opened yet, has it? Because it's February. Doesn't open till April, does it? And then it shuts again in June.
Eddie's watching from the Flyde coast.
From the file.
Yeah, sorry.
From Blackpool area.
Yeah.
Right, going to use a food processor for most of it. If you've not got a food processor, you've got a lot of chopping involved. I've got loads of food processors. This one is... none of them mine are brand new, by the way. They're all vintagey ones. This one's a 1980s one. Which, if anybody's got this model, by the way, but theirs doesn't work, I'm desperately trying to find more attachments to it because it was deleted. It didn't last very long, and I can't get any of the attachments to it. The other ones have got loads. So let's get some ingredients.
No, we're not Jackie.
Jackie who?
G-Spot.
Oh, what's Jackie going on about?
Said, are you Nana and David? Are you having a domestic on the quiet? Sending love from Glasgow.
No, we don't have domestics on the quiet, love. We just have domestics out now.
Yeah, you'll hear me if we do.
Yeah. So,
Charlie's watching from Barcelona.
Who is?
Charles.
Charles, hello, my darling. My beautiful, handsome Charles. You're going to need a pair of kitchen scissors.
Michael said there's Chinese pears on set.
Is what?
Oh, them.
Chinese pears? No, they're just pears.
They're fake.
They're fake?
They're for show.
There you go.
MJ said,
Just stick hello, MJ. I don't stick real fruit in the kitchen because I get fruit flies. Right, you're going to need a 7-inch tin. Okay? I use a sandwich tin. I haven't got those flash pop-out bottom quiche tins with the fluted edge. I think they're a nightmare to get out of the tin. I think they're hideous. I think they're hard to clean. So I use a sandwich tin that I would make 2 cakes in, and I use one of those. I told you I'll teach you the cheapest and easiest way around to do it.
Jamie John's watching.
Hello, Jamie. Hello, my darling.
Confirmed.
You're in Liverpool soon, aren't you?
Confirmed Panto this year, Birmingham.
Oh, good boy. How marvellous. Do message me and tell me more. And you're going to need a rolling pin. And Steve Moran, our friend, will love this roller pin. This is a very old dear friend of this one. Right, so we're going to make short crust pastry. I know we've made the sweet one. So if you make the sweet one with me, you can make the savoury one, because basically it's just the same thing but omitting the sugar. And last week when I did pastry, everybody was saying, I got messages afterwards saying, can you make the pastry thing again? Because I don't know why you can't find the video, because it's on there and it's on YouTube. So you're going to go into your food processor with 8 ounces of plain flour.
Hi Sharon.
Which Sharon?
My Sharon.
Oh, right. 4 ounces of lard, okay? Chilled, cold lard. Not butter. I don't like pastry made with butter. It becomes too claggy and it's not short. This way you get a very, very short, crisp pastry that's guaranteed to cook all the way through, okay?
Norma said she'll be at the James Monroe and she can't wait to see you.
Salt. Norma? Oh, that Norma. Hello, Norma. Hello. Well, David, you're shaking your head. I know 7 different Normas.
Well, you're saying it. Norma!
Yeah, well, I'm saying
like you don't
Norma,
know anyone.
Which Norma? You know, you got to tell me which Norma. I'm an icon, not a mind reader. So, into the food processor.
Sonia said hello.
Hi, Son.
Do you know how many Sonias do you know?
I only know the one
Yeah.
Sonia, thank God for that. Right, gonna get a bit of noise. Food processor on for a few seconds, a minute or so, until you get it like breadcrumbs, like a fine breadcrumb, and I'll show you when we get it out. A little trick, if you're using a food processor.
Roberto, a kiss from Rome.
Who said a kiss from Rome?
Roberto.
Alright, Roberto. Take your food processor as you're going along because it releases the side bit without you having to scrape it down.
Anthony said, have you got his pink underslip?
I have. It's in my bottom drawer in the bedroom. Pop round and get it.
Lee Ben said hello.
Hello, Lee. So, don't add your liquid, I've said this before, in the food processor. Once you've rubbed the flour in, by all means, feel free, rub it in by hand, you know, this business. Can't be bothered, I've got arthritis in my hands, absolutely kills me, that's why I use machine. Right, and then...
Malvin said Anne's watching too.
Sparingly. Oh, hello, Tasha's watching, how lovely. So, Moo, how have you got Anne watching? You've probably got a ridiculous television, haven't you, that gets it on there? I thought so. Use iced water. The water I've put ice cubes in it, so it's ice cold. And use it, you know, sort of a teaspoon at a time. And then use a blunt knife to mix. This is just a butter knife, okay?
Shirley said hello.
Hi, Shirley.
Francine. Mark from Spain.
Hiya, Fran.
Neil John. Love the apron.
Neil. Right, just tiny amounts of water, as you see, and it will start pastry.
And sends a love.
So, same to you, darling. We need a night out, Anne, soon. And as you can see, your pastry will come together in a matter of seconds. That's a piece of ice, like so.
Marge said hello.
Okay. Hi, Marge.
Rio Sanchez.
Hello, my darling. How are you?
Hi there, lovely. You're an inspiration to us all.
Oh, I'm an inspiration. I've been called a few things, and inspiration isn't one of them.
Lee Bone said, blimey, you've lost weight, you can tell.
Oh, thank you, Lee. It's clocking nearly a stone now, so I need more of though.
JJ Colby, are you sexy special couple?
Hello, JJ. Hello, my darling. I use rolling out mat because I don't like flour all over my worktop and the countertop. Sprinkle sparingly a little bit of plain flour, okay? And I like this mat. This is Tupperware, and it gives you sort of the circular size, which I never take any notes of it. But it gives you the size if you're rolling out to an exact thing. It's very good at Christmas. I use it when I'm marzipaning cakes and things like that. Why are the dogs hairing up and down the house?
I'm just about to kick him as he runs past again.
Yeah, well, you don't. So don't roll out too thin. Dilly, stop running round, please. So, any questions so far?
Well, Joanne just put one up actually. How's Mummy doing?
My mummy, she's doing fine, darling. She's away at the moment. She's gone to her sister's for the weekend. Right, you're going to sort of centralise it over your tin. Now, because you're going to use, it's got to be a straight-sided tin, by the way, like this. Don't start using a pie plate, it's not correct. Let the pastry drop onto the inside so you can get
into
right
the edge.
into the corner so you get a sharp edge like the baked one. Okay? Now when you use those hideous fluted tin things for quiches that I absolutely hate, as I said, those you leave the excess, okay? With this you don't. Where did I put the kitchen scissors? Right, and then with a pair of kitchen scissors, which is easier, cut the pastry about ½ an inch.
Tony said hi.
Which Tony?
Lou's Conda.
Oh, hello, my love. You've condescended, actually, have you? You won't be doing any housework, will you? Because your house is walking. That poor Lulu doing everything. So once you've cut it till it's got a little overhang like that, fold it underneath itself all the way round. This is what's going to give you a really nice
He said lol.
crimped edge.
Lol, he said.
Oh, he would. Well, he would think that's funny. Why Paul, he's sat watching me and poor Lulu's cleaning.
And Auntie Pat said, and so am I.
Doing what? Cleaning?
Well, she's probably replying to what you said about your mum.
Oh, she doesn't do so much neither.
She never has done.
Rotten. Right, so once you get it like that, now it's time to just pretty it up. Honestly, it works better if you've not got ridiculously long nails like I've got, which makes life twice as hard. So, one finger in, thumb and finger to pinch.
He said, Jamie Gibson said, I'm dreading peeling those shallots. Hope you have a cheat.
Ah, well I've not. The shallots are a pain. The easiest way to do it is what I do, because obviously for time on this, I've already peeled them. Stick them in boiling water, put them in a bowl, pour a kettle of boiling water over them and leave them for about 5 minutes. Drain them off and then, trust me, it comes off far easier. Okay? So basically...
Colin Day said, hi, I'm watching from Australia.
Yes, I saw you were in Australia, Colin. Whereabouts in Australia are you, darling? Because all my family, well, not all my family, but a lot of my family live there. And of course, as you know, I used to do when I was a kid. So, let me know where. Okay, so once you've got your pastry case done, pop it to one side. Preferably put that in the fridge for about 20 minutes. Okay? And the whole point of the mat is, you see, I could just lift it away and then it goes into the bin, which is far easier than having your counters covered in all sorts. So you're going to make your filling.
Yes, Eddie. Soak them in water for 5 minutes. Boiling water.
Yeah, boiling. That was what you were asking about, the shallots again. Okay, if you're going to do the shallots, I've already peeled them. I've got them in a dish. This is 10 ounces of shallots, okay? Peeled, and then I've just hacked them in half very quickly. Because you're going to whip them in the food processor.
Chris Casey Conway, Mum's loving this, she said.
Oh, is she?
His mum's loving this.
Fabulous. See, most of them you cook them. You have to cook the shallots to get the sweetness and everything out. But I've discovered the quick way around it is put them in the food processor. And blitz them. And the time it's in the oven, they've cooked through. There's no need to, fry it or the mess all over the kitchen. This is so simple and so quick. So in that, I've put, it should be 4 eggs if they're large eggs, but because I buy the eggs from the farm, sometimes they come up a little bit small. So it should be 4. I've put 5, okay, today because the eggs are small. So sling the eggs in.
Carla Palmer.
Who?
Carla Palmer is
hello, Carla.
watching on a break from work. She's starving and this is torture, she said.
Oh, I'm sorry, my darling. Then this is 7 fluid ounces of double cream, okay?
Darren said, can you do snacks that can be done while you're watching the match?
Yeah, I will do. I could do a snacks one actually, because I do some nice snacky things. And then just quickly, see, just for a second. That's why I said the food processor comes in perfect. Right, now for the goat's cheese, this is the big cheat because goat's cheese can be so expensive, and because you need 12 ounces of it, which is quite a lot, and it comes in those tiny little things. The cheat is with this, because when I first made this, we lived in Spain, and certain goat's cheeses were very hard to get. So this is feta, and I use Greek feta cheese. Don't use the one that says Greek salad cheese. That's not feta cheese. It's got to be feta, okay? And then just bung that into the food processor. No salt. Do not add salt because feta cheese is very, very salty.
Mary's watching you. Said hello.
Hello, Mary. Approximately a teaspoon of black pepper. And what I like to do is I use dried chives, and I would say 2 tablespoons of dried chives. Okay. Lid back on.
Mary Warner said sorry, she just remembered. Just started to watch.
Oh, hello, Marie. Well, you have to watch the catch up for everything else. Okay, and that's what you end up with. Once you put the cheese in, don't over blitz it, because if you do, you're going to make the cheese just have no... It's got to have sort of some curd to it as it sets inside it. You'll make it just like a custard. Okay? And then into your pie case.
Tom Bradshaw. Wish my customers would bugger off. The Smirnoff is flying off the shelf, you'll be pleased to know.
Oh God, how fabulous. I'll put these in for the dishwasher.
He's obviously got a bar then, has he, or something?
Yeah. Right, so that's what you're ready with for the oven. The oven is preheated at 175. There's no need to part bake the pastry case, which a lot of recipes tell you to do. Because this is only going to cook at 175, the pastry case will cook all the way through, so you've not got a raw bottom, soggy bottom, which you know I can't stand that actual phrase, I can't abide it, it does me head in. That will cook through perfectly. There's also no need to actually protect the edge with pie protectors like we've done on other programmes. Okay, that's now going to go into the oven. It goes in the oven now for approximately 45 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Now, keep an eye on it. After about 25 minutes to 30 minutes, if it looks like the top is browning off too much, make a circle of kitchen foil and just loosely lay it on the top. But it must be in the oven for the 45 minutes or your pastry is going to be raw underneath and it's not going to be completely cooked. Okay? And then of course when it comes from the oven, you will end up with this. So, would you like me to cut you a piece while you can actually see?
Yeah.
You can actually see.
You working an off licence, Tom? What do you think, Ian? I'll let you make your own opinion of that.
What did Ian want to know?
Ian said, I bet you do the washing up, David.
I don't know, I don't see how. We've got 2
No,
dishwashers.
got a dishwasher.
Where does that...
I load it though, Terry can't load.
Where does that come into anything? No, I've got to admit, I do just put things there, I'll put them in the pantry and David loads the dishwasher. So, right.
There's a certain way of loading a dishwasher.
No, that's called anal retentive and obsessive.
No, it's
I
not.
would rather just fling everything in the
There's
dishwasher.
a certain way.
And it washes.
You're rocking the scarf, Nana. That's from Mark.
Thank you, my darling. It's, I forgot who it is. It's, it's Louis Vuitton. I forgot. I can't remember. Right, thank you. It was a gift. Right, there you go. That's what you end up with. And it's absolutely perfect. You've got a nice... It's moist still, but not wet. It can't be wet. When it first comes from the oven, it will have sort of like a jelly effect to the top, okay? That's fine, because when it cools, it will set more. You can serve it hot or cold, but you must, to get it out of the tin, let it go stone cold. If you try to take it from the tin while it's hot, it will break. Let it go completely cold, 1 plate on the top of the tin, tip, and then back to another plate, and then put it in a nice serving plate or whatever you want to do. As I said, can be served hot or cold. We like it cold, and I use it for buffets as well at room temperature, so it works at most things.
That's a good idea, Jackie. I will do that.
What?
Jackie G Spot said, David, can you do us a video on how to load the dishwasher the correct way?
Oh, now really, I swear that is actually going to the max. That is ridiculous.
Loads of people are saying that looks fab.
We'll have some coffee and we'll go and sit down.
Darren said, Is there anything that goes with a few carling?
There's a few carling, yeah, another few more carling. That I also serve that because when I said I was doing the other day, somebody said, "Oh, and what are you going to serve it?" Because we will have that for dinner tonight. I serve it with baby new potatoes and a nice tossed salad, preferably a Cobb salad or a green salad. Nothing too, you know, not like a salad with a lettuce leaf and a lump of tomato. No, do a nice tossed salad with it, and it's really, really nice. And I will have that even though I'm doing, you know, a Slimming World. All I will do is I'll remove the pastry so it's crustless. That's okay.
And I'll have some for work tomorrow as well.
Yeah, of course. So, and it freezes fabulous as well. So, let's go and sit down. Jackie, what are you doing on the floor, please, darling? So, it does freeze well. And then if you do freeze it, make sure if you're going to reheat, reheat it from frozen. If you're going to defrost it just to go on a buffet or you're going to have it cold, fine. But if you're going to reheat it from frozen. Don't defrost it and then reheat it. Okay? So, any other questions?
Mark said if I'm going to do a video on how to load a dishwasher, he's going to get Derek to watch it.
Why does Derek not load the dishwasher correctly neither?
Sean Warner said it looks gorgeous.
Thank you, Shawnee.
Ian said, are you excited for your Spanish tour? Can't
Yes.
wait, I'm over the moon.
I was just going to say that. I can't wait. I'm so giddy to be going back home. Because there's a few people that over there that, when I left, there was no other entertainers. Everybody knows that became the highest paid entertainer on the Costa del Sol and the most famous, and still am. And there's a few people who are trying to sort of climb onto a little pedestal. But there can be only one queen of the Costas, and that's moi. And it's only going to be me, ever. So there can be only one. I'm really looking forward to going back. It's a fabulous tour, fabulous venues, because we go all the way from Buena Vista to Fuengirola, Benalmádena, into Torremolinos, and there's, I think we've advertised 4 dates at the moment, but there may be more at the moment because we're in talks with something else. So, but that's the first one for this year. So I do hope if you're there, you're going to come along and see us. Coffee's divine. So, I'm in Liverpool at Easter, by the way, at the James Monroe, so pop down and see me there. I'm also doing Loose Women at Ombar in March as a guest on Belinda Scandal's Loose Women show. So I'm doing that as well, so if you're around that point as well, pop in there. And there's loads of other things coming up as well. But I'll let you know. So, any other questions?
Sonia said she enjoyed watching it. You're a fabulous cook.
Yes, cook, did she say?
Yeah.
Oh, cook, right.
Mark said, absolutely not, he needs lessons.
No, so he definitely... I just don't see this... I mean, I am obsessive the way... My friend I was talking to beforehand, she's as bad as me with the way, you know, both of us keep our houses. We had a discussion not long ago, believe it or not, at a funeral, about cleaners, and we both had cleaners and fired them. The only maid I ever had was my Rosa, who's dead, and she did everything my way. Nobody could do it to my satisfaction, ever. But the one thing I really don't care about is how the dishwasher is flaming loaded. It really does not interest me. As long
if
as
it's loaded the correct way, it washes better and you get more in.
I don't care if I have one thing in.
I told you this
He
before.
did go mad the other week because I put an iPad in there because I thought it was filthy. So he didn't quite like that.
Gina G Spot wants to know how much you've lost this week. Well, it's not weighing till tomorrow, is it?
I've not got weighing until tomorrow. I'm almost at a stone now. That's come off. So, and I can't knock it, to be honest, truthful. As I said last week, it was. I've got pastry under my fingernails. I'm used to diets I'm used to quick fixes. As everybody knows, I never made any bones about plastic surgery or liposuction or all the other things that I've had done. And I've battled with weight all my life. All my life, I've been a yo-yo dieter. I've had quick fixes. I used to live on and off the egg diet permanently, which you drop a stone in a week. But as I've said to you in the past, you drop that stone, the minute you stop the diet, bump, it goes back on, and usually more besides. So that's why I made a candid effort this time to do this. And a very, very easy diet. I would recommend it because there's virtually nothing that you can't eat as long as you're clever and you're careful, and everything is cut from scratch. I don't buy. It's one of those diets you can buy things in those frozen food shops that are ready made, and I don't do that because I won't have food that comes in a packet. I don't care where it's from, even the high-end stores. You know, the ones that sell nice pants and things like that, which I can't say the name of. I don't even buy stuff from there. As you know, everything I like to cook from scratch. But it was just not re-educating myself because it was things that I knew. I think the whole game point is that you are embarrassed if you cheat and you go to be weighed. You're being weighed in front of people. And I am quite a competitive person, so when I get there, I want to have lost something. And these sort of girls in front of me who said, oh, well, I've not lost anything, but I've not gained, that would drive me up the wall. I don't care if it's just a pound. As long as I've lost a pound, that's fine, you know. So it's been gradual. And I've got to say, I feel good, and I can fit in much smaller clothes. And I was thrilled that I could get back into a size 10 dress. I do think the Olay Cassini dress, which is a size 8, I think I'm pushing it. To be honest, truthful, at my time of life.
You might get your leg in it.
Don't be so sarcastic. I mean, I'm 38 now.
Jamie Gibson said, God, just thinking it's been 20 years since Hollywood and Manhattan show bar days. My facelift's getting booked soon.
It is 20 years. It was 20 years...
Oh, Mark agrees with me.
Not that long ago, actually. What, love?
Mark agrees with me. How to load a dishwasher properly.
Oh.
I totally agree. Thank you,
It must be
Mark.
like a bloke thing. Mark, have you not got anything else to do?
No.
Count how you're loading a dishwasher.
Aidan...
Washing machines are a different thing. To wash clothes, totally different thing. I would not let him near a washing machine.
No, although I do my own anyway.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure you do.
Aidan wants to know what date you're at Belinda's. He'll definitely come.
It's March, darling. You'll have to... it's the Thursday night, and she's doing loose women. So look for the posters and everything. Without me actually going into the study and getting the book out and all the rest, I can't remember. But it is in March, so you'll see it.
Nigel Lawton said James Monroe is a great atmosphere on Sunday. Does that mean Tony Lewis Condé will be there? Question mark.
Oh well, I would imagine Tony.
That's
Lewis
obviously directed to you, Tony. If you're still online
Tony
watching.
will be there. Yeah, Tony Lewis Condé goes to the opening of an envelope. So I can't go with this weather, by the way. I really can't. But it's going bitterly cold.
Yeah, you're right, Sean. I will.
Sean, what? What's Sean saying?
I'll smash the house up with a £10 lump hammer.
Yeah, oh, he will. If it's not done his way, that's it. The house goes up with a £10 lump hammer. Totally. But I would not let David ever near a washing machine in my bald days, would I? Ever.
No, I just said I know you've given the egg diet time and time again. Is it on your wall anywhere?
It should be, but you can actually just Google it if you want to do the egg diet. I do recommend it if you're going away on holiday. The egg diet is a diet, even though I'm on Slimming World, I will do the egg diet sort of the week before I go to Spain because literally you crash straight away. If you don't need a stone off, you're not going to lose a stone, but it really does make a dense difference in bone structure and things. So that's why I like it, and it's a medical diet. But if you go onto it, it's James Martin. Just put the egg diet into Google, James Martin, and it comes up. Okay? Because that's who sort of promoted it, that he lost a lot of weight on it.
Tony said Tony said your home looks beautiful.
Be one. Which Tony?
Lewis Condé.
Lewis Condé. Well, of course it does, darling, because I clean. That's why.
No, Malvin.
Watching television.
Malvin, you don't just chuck the pots in there at all. You place them in properly.
It's Melvin Taylor coming up with it.
Yeah.
I am sure Anne lets Melvin Taylor touch her good china. Melvin Taylor wouldn't know where the dishwasher is while he's pouncing round the garden, feeding freaking squirrels and birds. It's like you. Doesn't know where things are kept.
Giles said, you've got fabulous legs, very much like mine, on about his. If you get got it, flaunt it.
Well, of course I've got fabulous legs. I wouldn't compare them to yours. Yours look like knots in cotton, but there again.
Malvin said lol.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, he's like you. Where do we keep this? Where do we keep that? You never come in the house and say to David, oh, do you have such a thing? Or David has to ask, where do I get that from? Where's there a cup? That's the best one. Please. Are you comfortable there, Dilly? Yes.
Dylan's here on the sofa.
Okay.
Dylan,
look round at Daddy.
Dylan.
He's not going to look round at you. I think he's falling out with you. Don't shout him because he'll jump.
Dylan. Hey. Sit down.
Now everybody knows why I have to have the throw things on all the sofas. I can't keep furniture uncovered because if I walk out the room, David has them on the
He's there
furniture.
now on my
That's
lap.
why he gets up.
There he is.
So, okay, we've seen the dog.
New haircut as well.
Yeah.
And Malvin said, "How dare you know me so well?"
Yes, of course. Yeah. I've only known you. Well, I'm only 38. Nan's 39. So I've only known you about 20 years, give or take.
Giles said he shared it on Facebook.
Thanks,
And he
Giles.
said you got the best smile in the business, unless he means himself.
Thank you, my darling. So to answer the question with the sofa thing, I got this question the other day and I did forget to reply to it. The throws that I use on the sofa, they're actually bedspread. They're Maltese bedspread that I buy from that store that I've just said that everybody buys the knickers from. Okay?
Bollocks, Malvin said.
It's not very nice, is it?
He is
honestly?
cute, Lisa, you're right.
It's not nice. Jackie's gone to bed. He's had his fill.
Jackson is
just
bed.
Gone to bed. Jackson doesn't take much because he's old. So, I was hoping that we would have been able to take the quiche out of the oven. The quiche, I've got to stop saying quiche because it's not a quiche. It's a tart. But I don't think it'll be ready within the time frame. So I'll keep looking at the clock. Set a timer, okay?
See you later, Jackie.
Get a kitchen timer if you're not, because I can't. That's the other thing. See, I can't work that one.
See you,
on the
Malvin.
stove. Taylor gone.
Yeah.
Good. Get rid of him. Let's shut of him. I can't work the timers on the stove because they're digital. I used to be able to. I used to love my Tricity stove where you had the little knobs and you pulled them out and you turned the clock. Why we have to have every single thing digital? Now, I do not know. Surely they should give you the choice. And don't set me off on light bulbs. That one does my head in. Because this rubbish of these light bulbs now that are £4 and £5 a bulb, I swear to Jesus, I can't quite get my head around it, for a freaking light bulb. They last less time than an ordinary light bulb does. Whatever they call these modern ones. Not those like a spring. The
See you, Colin.
That look like a glass ball and it's got that thing inside. Can't stand them. I had one in the hall yesterday, blow up, exploded into the hallway, which meant I had to smash everything up and fling it. So, I'm not too sure what we're going to do next week. If you want me to do something else savoury, because I did say we'd do some more savoury stuff, because we sort of hit the basics with all the stuff we did last season, and most of that were all the basic versions. We can use those recipes now to make other things. Now, I've got a lot of things planned that we're going to do next week and the week after and the week after that, because there's another 6 in this run. But if there's something particular you really want me to make, don't start asking me things like, somebody messaged me and said,
savoury snacks, someone saying pork pie.
Pork pie. See, pork pie I can't do. It takes too long to cook. And also I'm not going to start cooking too. That I can do on a freeze frame video, which goes, next time I make it, I will do that in a freeze frame video and put that straight to YouTube. I can't do bread because obviously at the time to raise the bread, we'd have to be on all day. And I'm also not prepared, it really isn't this morning television. I'm not prepared to have 5 lots of different doughs all raising at different times because we don't use that amount of bread and I refuse to fling it all. Okay? So I can't do so. Try and think if you want something particular that I've made or you want to know how to make sure it's something that can be made in the time frame, because remember each show's around 45 minutes.
Sausage rolls, Lisa said.
Sausage rolls are a doddle. I will tell you how to make sausage rolls now. Do not need to do a show on sausage rolls. Okay? Buy ready rolled puff pastry. I don't make puff pastry from scratch. It's the only one I don't see the point. It's a load of messing about. It's too complicated. It's all the chilling mechanism. It's a load of rubbish. And you could buy fantastic. I don't vindicate many things to buy from a store, but ready-made puff pastry I do. And the ready rolled one, when it comes out, your sheet's so big, slice it through the middle, 1 pack of sausage meat, half it, make a sausage across each one, flop over, stick down with water, cut into sausage rolls, brush with egg, on a baking sheet, bake at 175, 15-20 minutes, bingo, you've got sausage rolls. It's not something that is really that difficult to make. It's so easy, honestly. I might make with you the sausage plat, which is slightly more messing about, which is the big one that you can slice for dinner. And we'll do that more towards summer because I want to do things with you that you can serve in the garden or on with a salad on the patio or things like that. So we'll do that at another time.
Maria Warner, something you've made whilst you've been on Slimming World, because she's looking for inspiration for Sean.
God, well, do you know, to be honestly truthful, Maria, the Slimming World menus, I do tend to use that Nom Nom site. I don't know whether you're on that with Sean. And what I tend to do is I use my own recipes. When I made curry last week, I got my recipe sheet and I looked what was on it, and everything apart from one ingredient was a free food because it was all canned tomatoes, tomato fritter, spices, onions, chicken breast, and sometimes I use corn. It was all that. The only thing I did was my recipe has a can of coconut milk, and the coconut milk, even though you can have some sins, I like main meals to be sin free. So I just omitted the coconut milk and I replaced it with a cup of quark, and that worked exactly the same. And that's the only difference. I'm not actually cooking, because to be truthful, I don't like a lot of the things that are on those menus, and it's not fair for me to make those and force Mummy and David to live on a diet plan because they don't need to lose weight.
Well, I wouldn't live on it anyway.
Well, he wouldn't. But David likes a lot of things. I do. One of the things I do think are fabulous, which I haven't got off there, is my own thing, is steamed baby new potatoes. Steam them through, let them go cold, put them on a baking sheet, spray them with fry light, and then put them in the oven in the skins, and you get like miniature cross between a roast potato and a miniature jacket potato. Absolutely stunning, and sprinkled with salt. And it's a free food, so you can have as many of those as you want. And I do tend to do the chips now, which are their recipe, but I don't like them cooked from, put in the oven from raw. And I have got an air fryer, but the air fryer doesn't tend to do them, so I use a raw potato, cut them into very thick chips, steam them for about 15 minutes till they're semi-soft, lob them onto a baking sheet, spray like that over them, and bang them in the oven. Same way I do roast potatoes now. This is what I'm saying about, it's just educating yourself to things that I used to do. I used to cook like that all the time, especially when I lived in Spain when you first met me, Maria, and I was like that. I was like a twig. I did cook like that then, but I got lazy and I started doing ridiculous things and, you know, roasting potatoes in goose fat and God knows what else. So it's no wonder I was gaining weight. And to be truthful, after a while, you can't tell the difference. You really, really can't tell the difference, because David had roast potatoes last week on Sunday dinner, but you even said you liked them. You said
they were nice, really, but I like mine in a pound of lard.
Yeah, well, you can, because lard's quite good for you if you're not on a diet, but, you know, there you go.
Well, so anyway,
that's the way I've worked.
Nigel wants to know when you're doing desserts.
What desserts do you want me to do? We'll do. I'm going to do a raspberry and cream roulade, and we may do that in next week's show or the week after. I'm not too sure yet. And that is so easy. Everybody gets really frightened of doing a roulade. You saw the one I did at Christmas, which was red velvet cake. I'm going to do a vanilla one of those to serve as a dessert, and that is so easy. Everybody's frightened of doing a Swiss roll where you've got to let it cool while it's rolled up and fill it and all those. It's a doddle. It's so easy if you follow the way I'm going to teach you to do it, and not these ridiculous chefs on television that I sit amazed. I don't watch daytime TV, but Mummy does, and I'll walk through and these cooks and chefs on This Morning, and they're restaurant chefs. They're cooking with the most expensive ingredients, the most ridiculous way round of doing something. Surely to God, 90% of people are at work all day. What I'm telling you to do, basically, you can prep half the night before, come in from work, and you can have a whole dinner party on the table in 35 to 45 minutes. So, you know, that's the way you should be able to do it. Not the way these idiots are doing it on television. Go on, love.
Emelina, homemade pizza.
Hi, Emelina. Again, because of the bread, I could do the pizza, but I'd have to pre-do the bread, and you would have to follow my bread recipe is Delia Smith's. I follow Delia's crusty white bread recipe, because Delia's known for crusty bloomers. So if you follow Delia's, that's the easiest one to do. and that I use that. I don't use a pizza base. I actually use a bread base. Okay.
Roast potatoes are gorgeous, Tom said. Giles said he likes doing red Thai curry. Would quark be better than coconut milk?
Well, quark, if you're going to do it and you want to cut the fat, Giles, yes, because quark is 100% less fat, and quark is a cheese, but it tastes absolutely nothing like cheese. It just tastes like a very, very, very thick yoghurt. So yes, anything you're going to thicken with the coconut milk, just lob some quark in it, and you've got to sort of play with the amount. Obviously, don't fill your amount of coconut milk to that. So I sort of added a cup measure and then another cup of stock to take that down as I put it through the curry, and it just gave it the creaminess to it. Very, very simple, and it's tasteless. That's all it did. It gave the creaminess to it.
Sean's doing those mini roast potatoes tonight.
Oh, are you? Did you get those, Sean, off their recipe? Because I'd done those years ago, and I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I've not got that from their recipe pages. I've just done those myself.
Hi, Bobby. Bobby's watching from Bobby Grinder.
Hello, Bobby.
Hope you're feeling better.
I hope you're feeling a lot better, sweetheart, because you've not been well, have you?
Carrot cake, Tom Bradshaw said.
Yeah, we could get carrot cake in. Yeah.
What else? Enjoyed it, thanks, Terry. I can't sit here all day.
Who's that?
That's Maria.
Maria Warner. Well, no. You'll have something to do, like open a bottle of wine, won't you? You won't be doing much else. Right then, so I think we're really at the end of the show. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. I will post what we're doing by Thursday or Friday, so if you want to actually cook along, you can. Or if you want to make it after we finish, so you've got the ingredients in. Thanks for watching this week, and I will see you again next week. So, try everybody.
See ya, bye everybody.